Hey, welcome everyone to Wizards Outlook. We got Cardell W. Jr., Wilson Turpin Jr. Cardell, I was telling these folks during pregame some things to keep an eye on. One of those things was, I think my first key to the game was slow Jamal Murray down. That's one of the things that did not happen in this one. Another thing I brought up was how Peyton Watson upped his production over the last 10 games, that coincided with Joker being out. Um, all of those, I think Peyton Watson was 1 point off of what his new point total has been during those 10 games. And we saw Tim Hardaway Jr. have a hell of a performance for them off the bench. Washington was in this one for a while, but there's always a quarter. And Denver made sure it was the quarter that mattered the most. It happened in the fourth quarter. Murray and Hardaway lead the Nuggets past the Wizards 121 to 115. So your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, you saw a team that has championship aspirations and experience from their core at least. Flip the switch in the fourth quarter. That's essentially all that happened. It was a back and forth affair, but in the fourth quarter, as the game went on, Jamal Murray and Tim Hardaway Jr. just they took over. They literally took over, man. Yeah, they had 31 of the 38 points in the quarter for the Nuggets, just two players. Only two other players scored. Aaron Gordon had five, and Bruce Brown had two. That was it. It was all Jamal Murray and Tim Hardaway, and they shot a combined 9 of 12 from the field and 4 of 5 from deep. And they were 9 and 9 from the line. Matter of fact, those two alone had all of the Nuggets free throws in the fourth quarter. Um, Nuggets, basically those two. You might as well just say those two. They shot 63% from the field in the fourth, 62% from deep, and obviously, like I said, they were perfect from the free throw line. Um, Again, it came back to the thing we always been talking about with the Wizards: the lack of defense. This was a winnable game. Like what makes it even more sick was like the Wizards dominated every statistical category. Um, they points in the paint, Washington 66-50. Second chance points, Washington 27-4. Um, Points off turnovers, Washington 23 off of Denver's 13 turnovers compared to Denver only getting 8 points off the Wizards' 11 turnovers. And won a rebounding battle, 48-38. You won most of the key statistical categories, still walked up out of here with a W because you can't get stops when it's needed. Two players beat you in the fourth quarter. It's the same thing. Keyshawn George had an amazing night, 29, 7 and 5, 50% from the field. Chris Middleton, 16, 6 of 13. Alex R, 16 and 8, 7 and 12. To me, they need him, but some more of him from. But he was dealing with Aaron Gordon. He was more athletic and stuff. Bub Carrington, Trey Johnson, 6 of 24 from the field. That's tough. It's tough to deal with from your backcourt, especially when you look on the other side. Jamal Murray outscored him by himself. No matter of fact, he had more production across the board. Damn near, he had 42, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, on 15 of 24 from the field, 5 of 8 from deep, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Um, One man can outproduce damn near your entire perimeter attack. Like that's just you're not going to win that way. Combined with your lack of defense, you're just not going to win. And then obviously with Tim Hardaway did coming off the bench with 30 points on 10 of 18 from the field, 5 of 11 from deep. You saw the difference between someone hoping to one day be in the championship conversation compared to a team that is, and that was the difference down the stretch.
Yeah, like you said, their execution, and that's crazy. So they scored 31 of the 38 in the fourth, and it felt like that watching it. It was incredible shot making, the execution late, and like you said, we saw somebody who's been there before understand that in those moments they know how to close the game, and that's what they went out there and did. Versus folks that are trying to learn how to close a game, and like you said, one of those things that for you can't you can't check all those boxes and at the same time offer the lack of resistance that you did defensively, while also having those young guards go 6 for 24. on the floor. Like, you can't live like that. Um, you really, really can't. Uh, it was good to see them fight and stay in it, but like you said, it was disheartening. It was a very winnable game. Everything that happened, you lost by six. You lost by six. You slowed down either Murray or Hardaway Jr. You might have left Denver with the win and left this road trip with the W instead. The Nuggets close you out, and you ended up going over 4 on this road trip. Before they head home for their game on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as always, is up on the screen.
Yeah. Jamal Murray, and then the X factor was Tim Hardaway. That's simple. That's real easy.
No arguments there. They made that very clear in that fourth quarter. That is a ridiculous performance. And then to shoot what they shot on it too. And again, that's the other thing. I know we've been talking about defense all year, but so many of these, some of the times when these games are very winnable, literally that's the reason, time and time again. And that's where we're going to continue to bring it up. They get back, they head back home, and then they'll be hosting the Clippers again. Well, they'll be playing the Clippers again. This time they'll be hosting them. Obviously they met them on this road trip, so you'll see them for the second and final time this season on Monday. You had anything else you wanted to add in this one? All right, folks, we appreciate you as always, and we'll check in with you guys Monday afternoon.